Okay, let's dive into this explainer. If you're the one constantly pulling up to the gas station or handling all the monthly utility and grocery bills for your household, you are absolutely going to want to pay close attention today. We're taking a highly structured, totally objective look at the ICICI Bank HPCL Super Saver Credit Card. It's a co-branded card built with Hindustan Petroleum, and our mission in this explainer is to completely break down the exact math, the strict terms, and the hidden gates behind this card. Basically, we're going to figure out if this thing actually deserves a spot in your wallet. So here is the roadmap for today. We'll start with a welcome to the card, then look at fees and eligibility criteria, how to earn rewards, lounge access and extra perks, a rewards redemption guide, and wrap up with the final pros and cons. All right, Section 1, Welcome to the Card, focusing on positioning and target user. Let's establish exactly who this product is hoping to attract. Let's be clear right off the bat, this is what we call an entry to mid-range credit card. Its primary mission isn't to give you luxury travel or massive lifestyle upgrades. Instead, it is laser-focused on daily commuters and the household decision-makers. If your goal is to aggressively maximize your savings on those non-negotiable everyday expenses, I'm talking fuel, utilities, groceries, then this card is positioning itself as your primary tool. Think of it like a utility belt for your monthly household budget. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the specific threshold required to unlock your welcome benefits. A lot of cards just throw points at you for signing up, right? But here there's a clear activation gate. To get the 2,000 bonus reward points, you have to pay your membership fee within 2 months. And crucially, spend at least 5,000 rupees within the first 45 days of the card being issued. Plus, after your first fuel purchase of 1,000 rupees or more via the HP Pay app, you unlock 100 rupee cashback straight to that app's wallet. It's highly specific, but totally achievable for the target user. Moving on to Section 2, Fees and Eligibility Criteria. It's time for the catch. Let's pivot to total transparency on what it actually costs to hold this piece of plastic and who actually qualifies for it. Looking at the breakdown, the baseline cost of the card is pretty modest. You're looking at a joining fee of 500 rupees, plus the standard 18% GST, and an identical renewal fee every year after that. But check out that waiver target. If you put 1.5 lakh rupees of spending onto this card over the preceding year, they completely waive that 500 rupee renewal fee. For a household spender using this for gas and groceries, hitting that 1.5 lakh target across 12 months is a breeze. So the crucial point is this towering number right here, 45%. That is the annual interest rate applied to outstanding balances, which breaks down to a whopping 3.75% per month. This is a massively steep penalty. It literally means that while the card is great for securing discounts, if you carry a balance month to month instead of paying your bill in full, the massive interest charges will completely obliterate any fuel or grocery savings you manage to scrape together. So who can actually get this card? Alongside being between 21 and 65 years of age and having a decent credit score, the bank has distinct income criteria based on your employment type. If you are a salaried employee, the barrier to entry is super accessible, a minimum monthly income of just 20,000 rupees. If you're self-employed, they calculate it annually, requiring a minimum of 2,40,000 rupees. They clearly want this card in the hands of the everyday working professional. Okay, Section 3, How to Earn Rewards, the core engine of this card. Now that we know the costs, let's dive into the main reward accrual mechanics. Let's break down these multipliers because this is where the strict rules really apply. The big headline feature is up to 5% savings on HPCL fuel. However, the cashback portion of this is strictly capped at 200 rupees a month. Doing the math on that, it means once you spend 5,000 rupees on fuel in a month, boom, you hit the ceiling for maximum savings. Next, you get 5% cashback as reward points on utilities, groceries, and department stores. But again, look at the cap, 400 reward points per payment cycle. As we'll see later, 400 points equals exactly 100 rupees. For all other domestic and international spends, you fall back to a base rate of 2 reward points for every 100 rupees spent. Before we move on, let's demystify that 5% fuel savings claim. Part of that 5% actually includes a 1% fuel surcharge waiver. A fuel surcharge waiver is simply the removal of the extra convenience tax applied by banks when you swipe a card at gas stations. On this card, the waiver is only active if your transaction is between 400 and 4,000 rupees. So a quick swipe for 200 rupees of gas just won't trigger this waiver. Right, Section 4, Lounge Access and Extra Perks, focusing on travel and lifestyle. While this isn't a premium travel card, it does offer a few secondary milestones we need to examine. Airport lounge access has become a highly sought-after perk, but we need to look at the stark reality of how it works here. You do technically get 1 complimentary domestic lounge visit per quarter at major Indian airports. However, it is heavily gated. To unlock that single visit, you must have spent a massive 75,000 rupees in the previous quarter. And as expected for an entry-level card, international lounge access is totally non-existent. The gating continues with the movie discounts too. You don't just get cheap tickets for holding the card. First, you have to hit a milestone of 25,000 rupees spent in the preceding calendar quarter. Only then do you unlock Step 2, a 25% discount on Book My Show and Enox tickets. Finally, Step 3 limits that discount to a maximum of just 100 rupees per transaction, which you can use up to twice a month. It's a nice perk, sure, but it requires some serious planning and spending to actually utilize. And this brilliantly illustrates the real secondary value of this card. Honestly, forget the movies and lounges for a moment. The complimentary 24/7 roadside assistance service is a major practical benefit for drivers. It covers towing, flat tires, dead batteries, and even emergency fuel delivery. You also get dining discounts at partner restaurants under the ICICI Bank Culinary Treats program. Plus, if you opt for the RuPay variant of the card, you get access to a 24/7 concierge service and personal accident insurance. Moving right along to Section 5, Rewards Redemption Guide. Let's talk value extraction. Earning points is only half the battle. How do you get your money back, and what is it actually worth? Let's make the math incredibly readable right now. Every single reward point you earn on this card is worth exactly 25 paise. That means you need 4 reward points to equal 1 rupee. This is absolutely essential to keep in mind when looking at your monthly statement. If you earn 400 points from groceries, you haven't earned 400 rupees, you've earned 100 rupees. You can redeem these points for gifts or cash back by contacting ICICI Bank Credit Card Customer Care. But wait, because here is a critical detail you cannot ignore. Whenever you decide to cash out your accumulated points, the bank slaps you with a reward redemption fee of 99 rupees plus GST for every single request. Because of this fee, it makes absolutely zero sense to redeem your points frequently in small amounts. You are heavily incentivized to hoard your points for a long time and do one massive redemption to minimize the impact of this hidden charge. Another cost you need to be aware of is the foreign currency markup. This is an extra 3.5% fee charged by the bank whenever you swipe the card for international transactions or on foreign websites. Simply put, this card is punished heavily when taken abroad. If you buy something internationally for 10,000 rupees, the bank immediately tacks on an extra 350 rupees just for the privilege of converting the currency. Do not use this as your primary travel card outside the country. Finally, Section 6, Final Pros and Cons. It is time for the verdict. We've looked at the numbers and the rules. Let's wrap up this explainer with an objective ledger of the card's real-world value. Let's move to and see how this builds into the final verdict. On the pro side, the returns on HPCL fuel, utilities, and groceries are genuinely great for an entry-level card. It directly lowers your non-negotiable monthly bills. The 24/7 roadside assistance is a massive practical safety net, and the welcome bonus is highly achievable. On the con side, that 3.5% international markup means it strictly stays at home when you travel abroad. The 99 rupee redemption fee eats into your hard-earned points, and the steep spend gates for lounge access and movies mean you shouldn't get this card if you're primarily looking for lifestyle perks. Which leaves us with this final, truly crucial question to assess. Does your specific daily commute and your household spending rhythm justify this card's constraints, its category caps, and its quarterly spend gates? If you are heavily loyal to HPCL pumps and are disciplined enough to hit that 1.5 lakh annual waiver target, it's a powerful tool. If not, the fees and caps might just outweigh the benefits. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep maximizing your savings.